there's a way to give nasiha, there's a way to give advice, there's a way to give it. And unless you're not giving it in the way that is acceptable in Islam, don't give it. Assalamu alaikum everybody. Today is not your typical vlog. I did nothing today except for stay in bed, read a Quran, clean the house, and do a little work, kind of answered some emails. So I asked you guys to leave any questions that you had for me in my DMs or on one of my posts. And you guys asked a ton of really good questions. If I don't get to your question, I'm really sorry. Maybe we can do a part 2 or something. So this question comes from somebody who says, I'm highly career driven and I have my master's and I'm a psychotherapist. So the idea of starting a family terrifies me because I don't know how I'll be able to balance. If you're planning on starting a family, does it scare you with having to possibly put your career on the back burner? If you're not having kids, if you're not planning on having kids, that's totally okay and understandable. This is a tough question because I'm not pregnant, I don't have kids, and I just don't know how having children will affect my work life and my career. I just don't know. I would like to think that since I am the CEO of a company that I own, I can just make it work. If that means having a daycare within our office, so be it. Hiring a Syrian refugee and having them take care of my kids while I'm at work, I'm down with that. I am just somebody who tries my best to practice tawakkul in everything I do. Tawakkul meaning putting your utmost trust and faith in God. Whether I have kids, whether I don't have kids, whether I'll be able to balance kids with a career, whether I won't be able to balance my career and have kids, I don't know. That's up to God. I just try and have tawakkul. And so I think my advice for you is just don't worry. Like, everything's gonna work out just fine. And whatever's meant to be will be. Do I speak Arabic? نعم بحكي عربي بس شوي مكسر لأنه تعلمت عربي لما كنت I don't know 10 سنين. بي جوز وحدة لبنانية وهي ما حكيت ولا كلمة إنجليزي، يعني مش ولا كلمة بس ما حكيت إنجليزية لأن تعلمت هي فرنساوي بالمدرسة بلبنان. فهي جيت على أمريكا وعلمت منها كثير لأنه ما كان لازم نحكي مع بعض. فأنا يعني هي تعلمت مني إنجليزي وأنا تعلمت منها عربي. Next question. I was stopped the other day with a Muslim friend who doesn't wear hijab and I do. The woman is a non-Muslim who asked us why I wear the hijab and why my friend doesn't, and we honestly didn't know how to respond. I think it's really simple. You choose to wear your hijab and your friend chooses not to wear the hijab. You know, it is mandatory in Islam, however, it's still a personal choice. And that's that. It shouldn't be difficult. They say jealousy is permissible when you're jealous of someone's faith, someone's iman. I, for one, am jealous of how many juz you can read despite being so busy. MashaAllah, I've only now gotten to Surah Imran. I feel like I could only manage to read 10 ayahs a day and I feel guilty. I can never seem to finish the Quran in Ramadan. As long as you're trying your best, as long as you're making Quran reading a priority, then don't feel guilty about it. I didn't start finishing the Quran in Ramadan until, definitely after marriage, maybe like 5 years ago. I'm well into my adulthood, so it's not like, you know, it came overnight. It takes time. And I'm still learning and I'm still strengthening my reading. I'm still not perfect. So don't feel guilty about it. But I will say, do what you can, do your best, and don't feel guilty about it. If that means you're only reading 2 ayat a day, and that's what your best is, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you all the reward in the world. Inshallah, He gives you the reward of finishing the whole Quran if that was your intention and you sincerely wish to do so. But make it a priority. Yani if you're like watching TV all day for 6 hours and then you read 1 page in that day, then yeah, maybe you should feel guilty. Maybe you should check your priorities. Thoughts, actions, or feelings when you see or hear about women verbally attacking other women for taking off hijab or wearing it incorrectly, especially on social media. We ladies can be vicious. I'm all for calling a spade, but the circumstances have to be right. You should know that person. You should come at them privately with respect, with humility, with love and kindness and compassion. It's kind of unfortunate that we think it's okay to just mouth off. You know, controlling the tongue is something that the Sahaba really were cognizant of. In this day and age, we've kind of forgot about, and we don't pay a lot of attention to, because this is also your tongue, even though you're not saying it out loud. And so it's just really sad that we've lost that sense of being careful with the things that you say. How did you know when it was time to scale and bring on investors? How do you stay true to the core mission and yourself when having other people having a say? So we raised a seed round, a small seed round last year. We closed that round last year, December. And we knew the time was right because Ahmed and I had decided to quit our jobs and do this full time. So if we were gonna really do it, then we knew we needed to raise capital. You can't raise money and you're half in, half out. You gotta be all in. How do you stay true to the core mission? Well, you gotta have the right investors. We're very selective about the investors that we brought on because they needed to believe in what we were doing enough that they were confident that the decisions we made were the right decisions. Investors should be like advisors. We didn't do an equity round in our seed round. Right now we're still, alhamdulillah, like we own 100% of our company. Nobody can tell us what to do. We wanted investors who knew and understood that no one could run this company like we can. Nobody knows this customer like us. We seek their counsel, we seek their insight, their advice, their help with things that they're more knowledgeable about. But when it comes to the mission of this company, that's gonna be true to our initial intention when we started this 8 years ago. So you just have to be really firm about what you believe in and what you're willing to compromise and what you're not willing to compromise. Well, how did you decide to be the face of the brand? So I initially, when we started this company, I did not want to be the face of the brand. It was not something I wanted to do. I wanted this company to be like Zara. You don't know who it is, it's just dope. I thought that if I was the face, then we wouldn't be taken seriously. I felt like in order to be perceived as a professional, real brand, I couldn't be the face of the brand. But then things changed so much with those social media and Instagram and influencers and people being their own brands that it made sense for me to kind of dip my toe in the water. So when Instagram started, I got on, and then we saw the engagement just skyrocketed because people can relate to people who are like them, and it made sense. It wasn't a decision that I made like, okay, now I'm gonna be the face of the brand. So it was all very organic, and it still is. I still don't have a set plan as to like me being the face of the brand. It's just very organic, and I do what feels right. Do you ever feel conflicted doing affiliate things on your company page? So she's talking about like sponsored posts, getting paid from brands to post on my page. You know, like normal bloggers and influencers do. If I ever feel conflicted about a brand deal, I don't take it. I have to 100% feel very comfortable with it, feel comfortable with how you guys will react to it. I'm very cognizant of you guys as well as, you know, the audience who will receive the promoted post or whatever it is. So I think long and hard about before I accept or I turn down brand deals. Have you ever had a product fail? I know there was so much backlash with the luxury line about the price and the designs. How did you deal with that? What did you learn? How did you not take it personal when designing and putting your heart into things? We've had products that we've phased out, but alhamdulillah, we never had a product that failed because we always sold everything. Even if that meant we just had to put it on sale because maybe it was selling slowly. But even that we hardly did. But we phased products out when I realized like, I don't really love this product. we all poured our heart and soul into that luxury line. I didn't see it as backlash. There was like memes going around, which I honestly thought were hilarious. The only people's feedback that I really listened to were dedicated, loyal customers. If they had something to say about it, I listened, and I took that feedback very seriously. People who don't know the brand, who don't know us, who don't know me, just mouthing off on social media, on Twitter, I could care less. Like, what do I care? You're giving me marketing money. That's great. Keep talking about my brand. That's great, I love it. I don't regret anything. We made the right decisions, and it's doing incredible, alhamdulillah. So we've sold out of the most expensive piece, our celestial silver, 3 times. We're constantly in production for that luxury line. We've sold out of the black tie lace and the ethereal ivory, so 2 more we sold out of completely, which went back into production and we just put back on the site. I think that it was a very, alhamdulillah, very successful launch. It's a super successful product since, you know, we're selling out and it's hard to keep them in stock. I'm very, very proud of that luxury line. I'm very proud. It's one of my proudest accomplishments with the brand, to be completely honest with you. Yeah, that's pretty much all I'm gonna answer today. All right, let's go see what Ahmed is up to. The deal is I'm gonna clean and you're gonna cook dinner. Oh my gosh, it smells so good out here. Ahmed! It smells so good. Allah yatik al-afi. What do you got cooking? Oh my God, are you done already? Mm-hmm. Holy moly. Look what Ahmed made, you guys. That looks so good. Oh my gosh. Allah yatik al-afi. Allah yatik al-afi. Allah yarda alayk.
Thanks, Hal.
Okay, so we're gonna break our fast and eat. So I hope you guys enjoyed the Q&A and it wasn't snoozy for y'all and it was still interesting. So the whole team's gonna be back together this week, which is really exciting. And then Ahmed and I are flying to Detroit on Wednesday to spend Eid with the fam. So lots of fun stuff ahead. Hope you guys enjoyed this vlog and we'll see you tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum. Say bye, Ahmed.
Salam.